Hello, this is Master Conniff on Xbox North America, Elder Scrolls Online, and this is my Bobo Stamblade build. Now normally this Stamblade is a dual wield build for PvE, but the way I've built her, I can switch between Bobo and dual wield with pretty little effort. So right now running max stam, max health food, which is braised rabbit with spring vegetables. There's also a fish version, which gives us a nice max health pool, a nice max stam pool. And we don't really need the recovery on it because I'm a wood elf, so I've got that recovery. And I just kind of like how that plays around. A weapon crit is all right. For the parse that you're going to see later, I was using Leviathan, so that went up to like 60.5%. We're using the Shadow, Mundus, which is pretty best in slot right now. So Deadly Strike is the set that I've got on right now. I will warn you, when I parsed later, I used Leviathan. I just had set it in the bank and didn't want to go back and get it from my Necro and whatnot. So for the sake of the video and just at least a visual, Deadly Strike was used for this gear showcase. And also Maelstrom Bow. I mean, it's best in slot until Scalebreaker patch, so you might as well run it if you have it. If you don't, just run two of the same bow. Stormfist. I think Stormfist is the best monster set for a Bobo for Stamblade because it pings from basically anywhere, and you can get a hit on it. You'll find that I also I'm running Reliquins with this, and all divines, and that helm was heavy because I didn't have a medium. Because the luck was not with me. Once again, Deadly Jewelry, that's the other 5-piece. Reliquins and Deadly. Like I said, the parse will be Leviathan, so don't get your ideas that I hit what I did with Deadly. Not traded properly. So let's go to skills. On the front bar, we've got Acid Spray. That's kind of like the rending slashes of the bow line, or the cleave of the bow line, if you're two-hander folk. Next up is Relentless Focus. Even though they nerfed and took the Minor Berserk or whatever it was, it's still got a decent heal now, and the bow proc is extraordinary damage. So Focused Aim, that's our spammable. Despite it having a 1-second cast time, it still does a ton of damage, and it's relatively cheap. Killer's Blade, now because I don't want to go back and re-morph to the ranged version, I just keep the melee version, and I simply move into melee distance when it's execute time with this character. So I find it works the best, and it's easy to swap between this and dual wield. So next up, we have Silver Shards. This is there for the Fighters Guild passive, along with Dawnbreaker. And again, I don't know the full details, but this is going to change come Scalebreaker because they're taking off that 5% boost to Dawnbreaker, which you can see there at the bottom. I don't know for sure, so I guess we'll find out and see what I do. So back bar, Razor Caltrops, per usual. Poison Injection, once again, per usual. Endless Hail, that's your Maelstrom Bow's favorite tool right there. So Shadow Image, I like this for a damage over time, but what I'll talk about in a bit is how I use it for Maelstrom, because I think it's really overpowered in Maelstrom, honestly. Maybe not overpowered, but it's super helpful for Stamblade. But it's nice to have a dot. So Leeching Strikes, that's just kind of your normal everyday Stamblade build. Will run Leeching Strikes for your recovery. And then Ballista is the ultimate on your bow bar. It's the best single target dot in the game. So this is how I'd set up the bar if I was running this tune on Maelstrom, or in Maelstrom Arena. So we'll put Resolving Vigor on the back bar, and then we'll move Shade to the front bar. And what this does is you'll notice that this morph allows us to teleport. So you put him down, and then if you activate the ability again, you teleport to wherever you put him down in. So super helpful. Champion points, let's talk about blue. We've got 37 in Thaumaturge, can't pronounce that. 56 Precise Strikes, 53 Piercing, which is because I'm not 810 yet, and 56 Mighty. And then 61 Master at Arms. We've got a few in both Shadow Ward and Tumbling, Tenacity and Mooncalf, and then Warlord, and then, you know, see Quick Recovery, Hardy Elemental Defender, and Thick Skin, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so let's move on to the parse, and if you need to, you can pause at any point during the video to get those numbers again. But I will briefly explain this while I'm doing this. So it's kind of similar to any Stamblade. Back bar, you're going to do your Endless Hail, light attack, Poison Injection, light attack, Razor Caltrops, light attack. If you've got Ballista up, activate it. I go in and throw the Shadow Image at the end there before bar swapping. Front bar is very simple. You are going to activate Arrow Spray. And then once again, you're weaving, let's just assume you're weaving light attack in through all of this. So Arrow Spray, light attack, and then you're gonna hit your snipe, which is focused aim, and two of them on the front bar. That gives you enough time to reactivate Endless Hail without too much fall off. And then as always, hit the Relentless Focus proc when you can. So I will let it play a bit, and then we'll talk about it at the very end. Briefly, what the, just the number, so. So as you'll see here, I'm gonna move up into execute range. And I'm gonna activate everything on the back bar, and then I'm just gonna try to light attack and Killer's Blade spam back and forth until target is dead. So 35.7, not a bad parse. I mean, it's nothing like these PC people are hitting with their 100K on the Iron Atronach, but it's doable, and this is what I got Flawless Conqueror on. So, I mean, I highly recommend it if you want to give Bobo a try. The rotation isn't too hard, but you kind of have to understand animation canceling and light attack weaving. But thank you so much for watching.